thing, you know? It feels like you just woke up. I mean, I've been working on stuff.
I haven't just woke up. I've been working.
I know. All right, let's get to it. So, folks have been asking a million questions. And to be honest with you, for such a short relationship, the fact that this has dragged on for so long is just like... But there's some things that are being alleged, things such as emotional abuse, was infidelity, and so much more. And I just want to kind of go through a couple things, bullet points, and just I don't want to spend too much time, because again, I do feel like this is pretty juvenile, but I know she wants to drag it there, so we got to go.
Ooh, take me through that. Take me through that.
For those of you who didn't catch the first one, or the first live we did, essentially there's some allegations that I was like a deadbeat, or I didn't want to be part of, some kid, and I forced her to have an abortion, and it turned out that none of that was true, that I tried my best. And I was the only one out of the two of us who wanted to keep the child while we were in a relationship. And that dragged on. She kept changing her mind dozens of times, scheduled multiple abortion appointments that I was against but still supported her through. And she would renege every time. And then come to the end of the relationship, she decided that she was not only going to end the relationship, but she wanted to keep the child. All of a sudden, she wanted to start co-parenting and doing stuff like that. From my perspective, I got my own thoughts on all that. But yeah, we covered a lot of that in the first one. We covered quite a lot of the other stuff. But since then, there's quite a bit of stuff that she's put out, including her blackmail material, the stuff that she's recorded me on. So I figured it'd be a good time to start to go through some of the things that she's been alleging. All right. But yes, her name is Libertine Calina. She's a nurse out of California. I think she's from Orange County, but she's been working out of San Jose. She worked at Kaiser Permanente as a full-time nurse. And a lot of people hit me up since, and they're like, don't date nurses. Hey, listen, you know what? That's one of them stereotypes I didn't really buy into too hard.
Oh, you was ready to believe the military stereotype, not the nurse stereotype.
I know, because I live the military stuff. I think that's pretty fair,
Sure.
Just saying. Someone actually hit me up. They're like, Abba, now that you've gone through this, are you jaded when it comes to relationships and dating? Are you just like unable to trust people? I'm like, no. Mostly because most of my relationships before this, which were longer, didn't involve any of this drama with good people who I'm on good terms with. And so having one bad experience like this, it definitely does make you feel some type of way, I guess. But it doesn't make me think like, fuck them bitches and all that stuff. So that's just not the thought that crossed my mind. You gonna say something?
No.
Okay, I thought
I'm gonna let you get your shit off your chest.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people have been checking in, and I appreciate everybody sending the messages worried. To be honest with you, I haven't been too worried, mostly because a lot of stuff being made up. It's more of an annoyance for the people around me, because when she's contacting folks around me or contacting randoms, being like, "Do you know any information?" That's what's annoying. And you guys might understand, if you're private at all, some people running up to your mama's place, bringing your business there, is just not what you want to deal with when you have that relationship. I'm the same thing with my people. Even with Preach, when she was yapping and she wanted to contact Preach, that upset me. The reason why is both me and Preach keep our lives to ourselves. And so the idea that somebody I dated would run to Preach with my personal affairs pissed me off. Yeah. And I don't know why that's ever seen as appropriate. That's so weird, no?
Yeah, it is. It's just when that girl can be like, I'm Abba's girlfriend. I'm like, I thought this nigga was gay.
I did not see that.
Bitch,
I did not see that coming.
I was like, bitch, girlfriend, where?
But what's so
everybody on the internet talking about we zesty and shit, and now you a whole girl talking about I was.
But what's crazy about that is that by that point, by that point, she'd already broken up with me. So I'm like, why are you running around introducing yourself as my partner? Is that not weird? Oh, I'm Abba's girlfriend. I'm like, you just broke up with me.
The message was real. You saw the way I responded to her.
Yes.
I was like, why are you doing this? What's this? Oh, but it's I want to talk to someone that has a relation. Bitch, I don't even know him like that. I didn't even know you existed. What the fuck is this?
So odd.
It's like
it's such odd behavior.
I didn't even know you. I don't know you. I was like, where you from?
Yeah.
Where you're situated? Because you could be anybody. You know how fucking these crazies on the internet are. And guess what? She's a crazy too.
And guys, I can't tell you, like, when she told me she was going to do any of this stuff, like way back, I was like, you know, you're going to embarrass yourself, right? And she doesn't care. And you might be thinking, well, what does she have to gain? Obviously, there must be something. And I'm going to play you guys a short clip. This is a short clip, but this is really encapsulating everything about her, even in our dynamic, okay? This is a short clip, but like, I play this because this moment is when she was recording me, right? She was recording me at my lowest, and she has this clip here. And at one point in this conversation, she says something.
No, because I look up. I'm sorry. This is a serious matter. But I was reading the comments. Then I look up. And this is what she's recording. I'm sorry. I'm out of. I'm out of pocket.
No,
I'm out of pocket.
It's fine. We have a good time. We have a good time.
But that shit's funny.
So here it is, right? So at this point, we're having this conversation. This is like, she just betrayed me big time, okay? She put me in the dumps literally 24 hours before. She gave me the news, fucked me up for a day, good little while. And then she's harassing the shit out of me. I didn't want to talk to her. I wanted space. She didn't care about my boundaries. She was harassing. From her end, she's going to say, oh, I want to talk about co-parenting. And my end, I'm like, I don't think that's what it is. But she's recording. And during our argument, I just want to imagine you guys are in a relationship with someone and they say stuff like this all the time, okay? Listen to what she says here.
That I did everything right. I did everything right, Abba, and you know it.
Now.
Everything. Why are you talking to me, man?
Now.
No.
The reason why I play that clip is to get you guys in the idea of why she's doing any of this. People are like, it's for money, it's for a lawsuit. No. Okay, you guys are going to start to see what I dealt with when I dated this person, is that she really believes that she is always right. Even when she's in 4K lying, she still justifies her behavior. And crazy. So when she put it out her content and I never even replied and everyone was flaming her everywhere, including people who hate me, the reason why is because she looks crazy, right? But it doesn't matter to her because in her head, she did everything right. You guys just don't understand it yet, okay? So we go through this experience together, and I think to myself, you know, we both fucked up, we both made mistakes, we part our ways, best of luck to you, whatever it is. Not her. She did everything right, and she needs everyone to know, okay? So let's go through some of the many lies she told, and then we can just showcase some of it. So she did an interview with Stevie Knight, and you know Stevie. Ever since I exposed the fact that he didn't get school lunches in the 3rd grade, Stevie, like a good old dog, saw a bone and he bit. And let's take a listen to this interview with him.
A full-blown investigation on Abba. So have you been plotting on him the whole time? Like,
I wasn't planning this for a long time. The catalyst to me wanting to come out was
her internet's really bad, and so that's why it's a bit out of sync and fucked up.
But I can't say shit because my internet was bad too on my channel. So my bad.
Fair.
So you know what? It is what it is.
So he's asking her, what was the catalyst? Like, when did this all start, this investigation, this kind of like expose thing, right? Listen to what she says.
It's April.
Okay, so you heard what she said? She said April.
I wasn't planning this for a long time. The catalyst to me wanting to come out was April.
Now, we ended our relationship in January, the night she broke up with me. After that point, I haven't seen her since January 2nd. She wanted to, but I haven't seen her since then. I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm about to put on screen. She says April is when she started this whole thing. Come to find out. All right, let's take a look at this right here. It says, hi, I'm contacting you on behalf of my friend who's dating Abba. She wanted to know, she, meaning my girl Libertine over here, if she can get your advice and understand why Abba forced her to get an abortion. Is it okay for her to talk to you about this? She knows about this, yes.
No. She's lying to everybody, basically.
Hold up. Check the date in the top left. I'm going to show the rest of the email in a second.
January 1st.
January 12th. This is within a day of when she broke up with me and did everything. She's already contacting YouTubers as of that point. Remember when she recorded that blackmail material and she said, I would never use it. She already was sending emails to YouTubers. I'm going to show you the rest of it. Is it okay for her to talk to you about this? She really needs a woman's perspective to understand Abba better. Understand why he would do this. So it's just, I want y'all to think about how crazy this whole thing is. So this crazy person was seeing me, and she's pretending like she needs better perspective on me from random YouTubers who don't know me. Does that make sense to anybody?
No.
Why would you go to random YouTubers about the fact that Abba forced an abortion? This is like me DMing a random YouTuber to be like, yo, you know KSI? Can you help me understand why KSI would murder somebody? I just want to better understand his mindset. From a man to a man, is there any way you can give me insight to a random YouTuber from the Philippines? What? This was not what she was doing. She was not trying to get perspective. She was already fishing the story out. And apparently, she did this to a lot of people around this time. Now, I said I would show you guys the rest of the email, right? Just so you guys can see it, because I did actually enjoy the rest of the email. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Make sure I can view all the large icons. Here it is. Now, gonna zoom in. Here it is. Now, shout out to the person who did this, because they replied right away. And what did they say? I just have one question. Can you tell me if she allowed Abba to ejaculate inside her willingly? That's all I want. Okay? So I just want to go through that first lie. This whole idea that this only started in April. No, she's been plotting this for some time. I wasn't aware. Honestly, I left on good terms. I thought separate ways, do your thing. Turns out she'd been trying some shit in the background for a while.
That's your definition of good terms?
Hey, listen.
When you say good terms, this is what we talking about?
Well, it wasn't all this at the time.
My boy, we don't have the same
it was. I did not know about this or some of this other stuff.
Oh, she was
Okay. So let's go to the next
freaking
lie.
the sheets, crazy in the streets.
Let's go to the next lie right here. Okay. Let's see what this next.
And then even in the phone call, you just hear him saying like, I'm harassing him, I'm stalking, and I'm a parasite. But that's how he.
One more time. So basically, all the harassment he's referring to happened within 2 days.
Yeah. And
2 days. So she's claiming that only in January 12th in that area around is the time that she would harass me, do all this crazy stuff where she would hit me up from random numbers or go crazy. And I just want y'all to see, all right? Because I had to start digging. I'm gonna have the kill shot later. Don't worry, it's coming. But let's just listen to some more lies. It only happened within 2 days. Let's find out.
and I need him to provide proof for that.
Okay. So, all right. Need to go back because I might messed that up.
Him to provide proof for that.
Okay. 2025. So we're not even in January. That's how you already know she's already lying. Watch this. Watch this. This is all from her. All from her. And you guys notice what happened there? San Jose police. This is one of the other suicide attempts. Yeah. Like, this is 2026-02. That's February. Is this still January? We're going to keep going through all of these. This is recently. This girl done made new accounts. And to this day, as recently as 2 days ago, she's making new Instagram accounts, liking every image so that I will go and try to contact her. So I need you to understand, she's been harassing the shit out of me and stalking me for an extended period. I'll get to the blackmail. I'll get to the smoking guns later. But I'm just trying to establish how crazy and how long it's been and how I've said nothing about most of this behavior publicly because this is just embarrassing. Let's move on. Okay? This is all her. You can see Libertine? Crazy. This is, okay, I didn't know this, but apparently when people make an Instagram from a Gmail account, okay, when you block them and they delete the account, it looks like this.
Yep.
So this is one of her many accounts, okay? One of her many accounts. All right, these are all the accounts I've had to block from her where she's contacted me from. And I'll go keep going through the images. She has a lot of Instagrams, a lot of different ones. This is another one. These are some of the phone numbers, okay? So I just need to make it clear. This is not even the tip of the iceberg. I started deleting so many of the text messages. I don't know what kind of app she has where she can just generate a new phone number, but like she would create them faster than I could block them. And they would be flooding in. Now you might say, well, Abba, why did you ever reply to anything? It started to get to me when it replied to other people around me. You know, my thing is, if it's guarded towards me, it's easy to kind of ignore. But when it starts to involve my business, when it starts to message preach, when it starts to message the others around me and stuff like that, then I have a different response. Because now I feel like I'm involving them and I'm not protecting them, okay? Not the best response. Still doesn't mean I should engage, but I hope you guys understand just how extensive the harassment has been from this individual. All right. So we're going to move. I mean, you guys saw all this stuff. This was from the 2 days she mentioned, right? This is where she threatens to blackmail me with talking to Myron or whatever, okay? But we're going to move past that. So this whole saga is going on. I want to move to another section real fast. Let's see here. 2 months, okay. So at this point, there's this other narrative here, and I'm going to let the clip play and then I'll explain.
I mean, and you said initially that he wanted the baby, but so you really had him on this, like, you know, seesaw effect. Like, if you're going to have this baby, we're not going to have this baby. So I can imagine that emotional toll on bro. So why the flip-flop so much?
Yeah, I honestly empathize with him. I kept going back and forth because I saw I did see how much Abba was wanting the baby, and I empathize with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in doubt. Everyone agrees.
Yeah, except her.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Except her what?
No, I cut you off. Go ahead.
She's claimed a couple of times that you left her. You implying that you didn't want that baby. She said that.
She said a lot of things.
Fair. Carry on.
You suggested the abortion first.
And always, to be clear, until the 11th hour, it was always her idea and it was me against it, okay?
Right, it came from you. Why did you want to have...
Pause. Yeah, that's the thing. Why does her friend contact people saying Abba forced her to have it? In January, we're talking about January. That's the thing that ticked me off. Yeah, I just remember. In the messages she showed us, someone contacted a YouTuber, someone or whatever.
She knows it's her friend. She admits that her friends do this for her.
On her behalf. It doesn't matter. The friend is saying, it's asking the people, why does Abba is forcing my friend to have an abortion? Mm-hmm. That's what was said. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, wait.
There's no forcing. There's no.
I understand, but she's always saying that friend was saying Abba is forcing her. Why is Abba forcing her when it's her?
It just never happened.
The abortion in the first place. Why did you even come up with that idea?
Yeah, the only answer to this is just my human response. And when we first decided to have the baby, I thought, or when I first found out I was pregnant, I thought, okay, like this is going to be okay to go forward with. And after time went by, I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of really too soon. When if I say yes to this, then I would be moving out to Montreal. We're going to start this family, but I'm already seeing these heavy incompatibilities.
Hold on, don't cut the audio.
My bad.
These heavy wait a minute, this is kind of really too soon. When if I say yes to this, then I would be moving out to Montreal. We're going to start this family, but I'm already seeing these heavy incompatibilities. Okay,
so now the next claim is that like Abba, she didn't want Abba, she just wanted the baby. Okay, that's the claim, and she wanted to co-parent, but she didn't want to be with Abba. Then tell me why, after this girl ended things and then got the abortion anyways, did this girl try to circle back and then come up to visit 5 or 6 times? In fact, not only did she do that, she was pushing. She's like, I got leave. I could do that. And I kept saying no. Okay? You guys can read the text yourselves. You can see that she's asking for tan, and I keep saying no every single time. In fact, at one point, she gets upset because she says, what answer can I give you that's not going to get me juked? I'm like, juked? And she's like, you don't know what a juke is? Like a dodge? Like, this is basketball juking, okay? And what she means is, and she'll explain this in the next set of texts, I'm asking because there were 5 potential times for meeting, and then I'd get a spin move each time. It was a different case. I just kept not wanting to see this person. I refused, after we'd broken up, to be involved, okay?
To be what?
To be involved, to see each other. We haven't seen each other since January 2nd. She's tried, okay?
What's that thing with a psychiatrist?
She gets mad, in fact, because at one point she goes, 6 times is crazy. And I'm like, yo, she getting mad because I'm refusing to do the thing. Not only does she say that, remember she said, oh, I'm afraid because then I would have to move to Montreal and that's terrifying. You know what this crazy broad does? One day she hits me up, she's like, I'm going to quit my job and I'll move in with you. Now, why am I saying this? I think in her head she might be genuine. I don't know. I'm just trying to say to you guys how much this girl flip-flops. How much this girl goes from like, I want to be with you, to I don't know, to I want this baby, to I don't know. In my opinion, this girl never wanted a child. That's my honest opinion. That's why after 10 different flip-flops on having the kid or not, after 4 or 5 abortion appointments and canceling everything, at the point where she told me all of a sudden now she wants the kid, but she wants to end like blindsiding me, I just said, you're not going to use this thing to hover over me and control me for the rest of my life. I don't think you want to have this child. And I know this too, because while we were together, there were 2 times where she cut me out of the pregnancy entirely. She said, I'm going to do this by myself, you're out. She just texted me, crazy. Not because I said something insane or whatever, she was hormonal, she was getting upset. So I said, if you already able to cut me out of the pregnancy twice and do this on your own, I was like, all right, then go do it on your own. We'll see. Guess what happened? She had a chance to do it on her own, and she went and got the abortion by herself. Nobody was there. I hadn't spoken to her in weeks. She went and got it done. She never wanted a child. She just needs somebody to blame for what she did. And you don't believe me? We're going to listen to her own words.
What's that thing about her needing a psychiatrist or watching a psychiatrist or needing to speak to a psychiatrist?
Mental health. I'm not going to get into that, but she got mental health. And you guys can see the message here. What does she say?
No
The last thing I want to do is be in concern. I keep doing that. I mentioned that I said today about quitting my job and everything because that's how I felt about it. The everything and how I felt about it was moving up here. And I reference it at the bottom because I say, you're saying you want to quit everything and want to move here, followed by the issue is, and then we start going to other stuff. I'm like, you're not moving here. Like, this doesn't make sense. She's always, so that's why I never saw her again and I refused, okay? Let's go back to it and we're going to skip a little bit further ahead.
Right.
Okay, so remember I told you that she handled the whole breakup and everything really weirdly and awkwardly. People said, oh, but whatever. I want you to listen to her own words. This is after the abortion. She reaches out, we're talking, and then this is what she says.
To be honest with you, I didn't do that right. And I should have talked to you first.
What she's talking about is the whole breakup and then making arbitrary decisions by herself without consultation.
And I do feel like I did that wrong. It was a mistake how I handled all of that. And say it was.
Remember, she did everything right during her relationship. Everything.
At the time, it was. I hope like you understand like how profound the pressure was for me, and I just didn't have like the clarity or like the tools to figure it out, and that's all I can tell you. And
sorry, I was playing video games while she was yapping.
And I kind of just like abruptly blindsided you, but. Yeah, the pregnancy intensified everything.
So she admits to blindsiding me like I've been saying this whole time.
But in between, I felt debilitated with trying to make a decision. And this is something I kind of like hinted to you that I was worried and like anxious. I know as I'm talking about this, it doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you what was going on in my head at the time. And
we'll go eat.
I didn't even talk about it. I didn't even talk about it with Kimberly because I was just like, when I walked out and I said like I did this, she was like, "What the hell did you do?" And I said, and that's like another reason why I knew it was just like, I was just trying to do the right thing. I didn't want to fail anybody.
So she's trying to say now that this was spontaneous. It wasn't well thought out. I was just so think about that. I just want y'all to think about the fact that this woman was going to try to alter my life, alter the course of the relationship, everything. And she wasn't thinking straight. She was just doing shit. That was her whole relationship. She was never stable. She was never consistent. She's always flip-flopping. None of it makes sense. And if you go listen to her tell a story, none of it makes sense. It's because she's not all there, okay? So, what comes after this portion? Because we need to get to the good stuff. And don't worry, it's going to get good. Now we get on to the idea that Abba has an anger issue. He does this yelling and verbal abuse and all this other stuff. And every time I heard her, I would be like, what are you smoking? But then she told a story I remember. And I knew it didn't go the way she said. But let's listen to her tell the story. And I want you guys to listen to this in its entirety.
And then another comment about like girls being hot in Spain and just something like that. And
backdrop, she's at my place. This is the final time we see each other around New Year's, okay? We're sitting around having breakfast, and this is what she's referencing. I'm going to let her tell the story, and then I'll add in the blanks.
And
He was talking about how attractive other girls were in front of you?
Yeah, he was like, I went to Spain, and like Spain has the hottest people. And he was like, the women in Spain are like really hot. And we had talked about this before, and he says stuff like this, and then I get upset, and then I leave the house, and then I come back, but I do pack my things because I'm like, I'm going to go somewhere else, but I do come back, and I was just like a little angry, so I went to the coffee shop next door. I do come back, and he gets so upset with me. We start fighting again.
What did you get upset with you for? Because you was at a coffee shop?
Because I left, yeah. And he got so upset, and I was trying to explain to him why I was upset, and he just wouldn't hear it. He didn't understand why I was upset or mad. Things would escalate. I'm trying to explain it to him. He's like, no, you left. You need to get out the house. And I'm trying to tell him, like, why don't you see why I left in the first place? And then it would rile up, and then I start crying. And then he does the whole mocking and yelling and screaming thing. And I know that's hard to imagine, but like,
it's hard to imagine because you're not saying shit that is very concrete.
She said I was yelling.
Yes, I understand. But
I was screaming.
I understand, but she's leaving the way she is telling the story, there's a lot of things that you leave out. Mm-hmm. The story is not very precise. Like someone that would, you know what, I'm not going to say someone. I'm telling a story. I was right. I'm telling you, listen, we were talking about this. We were talking about that. And then he said this. He said that. Then I was upset because you're explaining stuff. She's not really explaining.
Okay, listen.
Whole mocking and yelling and screaming thing. And I know that's hard to imagine, but like just refer to the phone. It ain't hard for me
to imagine after hearing that goddamn phone call. So.
All right, so Stevie believes that I was screaming and yelling and being verbally abusive.
Yeah, so the phone call is just like a preview to what I experienced a lot with him personally. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell. He would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. He has his reasons for it. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather. And
okay, you guys heard that, right? So I'm going to give you guys the context of the argument. The argument wasn't that big. It was basically, she's like, she makes it sound like I was like, man, there's fucking the women in Spain are so hot. And that's not what happened. We're just talking about how people are attractive in different places. You know, in some places you'll find the men are more attractive. In some places you'll find the women are more attractive. Me and Preach have had this conversation dozens of times where we'd be like, oh, the women here are more attractive. The men there, I think, have a better style, whatever. Fair?
Fair.
So we were having this, and we were talking about the dudes in the West Coast, whatever it is. And then I mentioned, and she got upset.
Of course, you don't have that conversation with your girl. That's your bad.
She got upset about that, okay? God forbid. She throws a tantrum. When she gets upset, I just give her space. So that's what she needs. So that's how we settle things up. I respect it. I go to the room. A time goes by. I go outside. She's gone. I go look for her. Can't find her. And then I realize she packed her bags and took it with her. Can't find her bags. So over a minor argument on the final day that we were spending time after she's just traveled a good 9 hours to be here, over a minor argument, she packed her bags and she left. Was I upset? Absolutely. She claims that when she came back, I was upset because she left. I don't care you left. I think it's normal in an argument if you want to take a walk, take some space. Packing the bags to me, especially knowing how I like to set up things where like, we can always figure this out. Just don't walk out on me. Don't quit. We can figure it out. Her packing the bags was a bit far for me. She comes back, okay? And she makes a comment to me. She goes, I won't even say what the comment is, actually, because you guys will find out. So now she's claiming I was screaming, I was yelling. I was verbally abusive, and then I kicked her out, and I left her outside as a pregnant woman in the Montreal cold, right? She went outside. I said, get out of here, bitch. And I said, freeze to death, right? Now, here's what's crazy. I didn't realize this, but I actually had recorded that interaction. I forgot. The reason why is that when I get somebody out of my house, just so there's no craziness or they can't say later, sometimes I do that. You know what I mean? And you might think it's a lot, but it saved me. And I want you guys to listen to the interaction where I was screaming and yelling.
Him personally, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell, he would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. He has his reasons for it. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather. And then it would rile up and then I start crying. And then he does the whole and yelling and screaming thing. And
you tried to book a hotel and it didn't work? Well, you clearly didn't just go to get coffee. So what happened? You booked a hotel and your phone didn't work, so that's why you came back?
it couldn't even work down there.
Right.
So she came back and she said, I'm like, where were you? And she's like, I only came back because I didn't have any cell service, but I wanted to book my own place. So not only did she just disappear like this, when she came back, she kept acting weird. And at this point, she starts talking about it doesn't feel safe. So me, a woman says anything like that, that's a wrap. You don't feel safe in my home? I'm not going to keep you here. Especially you, a tiny woman. I'm a black dude. I ain't playing that shit. So I said, cool.
So because you couldn't book a hotel with your phone, now you want to stay here?
Okay, you want me to go?
I do want you to go. Yeah, you quit. Yeah, you were trying to book a hotel. Now you're coming back pretending like you didn't want to go. So I don't need that shit. Leave. If you want to leave, leave. Absolutely, actually. Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because...
This is me yelling. Keep in mind, I'm close to the mic and I had to boost the audio because her voice is so low. So you think this sounds loud? It's because I boosted it as much as I could so y'all could hear her.
You couldn't get cell service? Oh, hell no. So I'm going to book it for you. Book a hotel with your phone. Now you want to stay here.
Okay, you want me to go?
I do want you to go. Yeah, you quit. Yeah, you were trying to book a hotel. Now you're coming back pretending like you didn't want to go. So I don't need that shit. Leave. If you want to leave, leave. Absolutely, actually. Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because you couldn't get cell service? Oh, hell no. So I'm going to book it for you. I'll pay for the Uber and everything. I'll make it super easy.
Why would I want to be around someone?
Exactly. So now you don't need the cell service. I'm going to book it for you.
Let me know when the screaming
You are
starts.
tripping. I consent to receiving additional...
Let me know when the yelling starts. Don't forget, this is her evidence of verbal abuse. This incident. Listen.
You're not doing that.
Okay, so you guys didn't hear this, but I'm going to just play it back. At one point, she starts to move to another room for no reason. Her shit's there in the living room. She moves to another room, okay? She's so unsafe.
I consent to receiving additional...
Stop yelling, Abba. Listen.
Well, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not. I don't know why she just went to that room. We're not doing that.
I don't know what she's doing in this other room. So
All right, I booked it. I booked it. So let's go. You don't have to stay in this room. It's cold. Let's go.
No.
Hey, I booked it.
No.
She said no. She said no.
No.
Hey, I booked it.
No.
What do you mean no? You're gonna stay at my place? I already booked the hotel.
Just cancel it.
I'm not canceling it. You need to go. You want to leave? You leave. Hey, get up out of here. I told you quit on me again.
How is that me quitting?
All right, listen, I'm not raising my voice. You're not going to yell. I just want you to leave. I just want you gone.
I even said I'm not raising my voice. I just want you to leave. And don't forget, this room is empty. There's no furniture in here, and so it echoes like crazy.
I'm not going.
Why are you staying? You're wasting my time. I don't want you in my house no more. You wanted to quit? That's it. That's a wrap between us.
So I can be mistreated and then me leaving.
You can say you were mistreated. That's your version. Your version is always you're the victim. I don't really care. I already booked your hotel. You need to go. I never thought I'd kick you out of my house, but this is happening. You're leaving, 100%. You're definitely not staying in my house tonight.
Are you guys terrified yet?
We're not doing this back and forth, on and off bullshit. I ain't doing that. Let's go.
I didn't.
I booked the hotel. You're leaving, 100%. Okay, well, listen, don't make me call the cops. So you can either leave,
Yes.
because you choose to, or I call the cops.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay, now we're gonna keep playing.
I can't forcibly remove you from my house. I can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Okay.
But
And don't forget, guys, I didn't have
Cops
any
will.
obligation to. I booked her the hotel. I want to make sure she gets home safe. Her flight tomorrow is already set up. She has all the information. I booked the hotel in her name, not mine. I made sure everything is good for her. Because a woman tells me, no, let me just say this. If a woman ever ushers the word to you, I don't feel safe in their urine crib, they gotta go. If they don't live in town, get them some accommodations, keep it safe. I don't play that shit. So when she said that goofy ass shit to me, I said, you gotta go. Now, I was stern, but I never yelled. I never started screaming or mocking or whatever.
You're yelling now.
Yo, the tone policing is crazy, bro.
One or the other, but I promise you I'm not keeping you in my house. I'm not doing this lengthy argument. Please leave.
Please,
Go
stop
stay at the
matters.
hotel. Go do your thing.
Okay, I will go.
Yes, thank you. Let's go.
1 sec.
She said 1 sec, I waited. I told you go laugh. Did I tell you go laugh? Didn't I tell you go laugh? And you were like, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm a we'll see nigga. You know.
All right, we're putting on our shoes, we're leaving. Now, guys, remember this next part, because I'm going to have to go back, because y'all might have forgot, because this is a little while ago. Let me go back. Remember what she said? What happened next?
With him personally, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell. He would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. He has his reasons for it. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather. And then...
Okay, you guys heard that portion, right?
Yeah.
So I locked her out in Canada weather, left her to die.
This nigga's gonna say, "Give me back my keys." Watch.
You guys want to leave? Let's go. I'm not. Your version is always you're the victim. Definitely not. Well, listen, don't make me call it.
Let's listen. I left her alone in Montreal cold weather. This recording, bro. We're going downstairs. We're about to get her the Uber so she goes to the hotel. Watch what happens.
I'll get you an Uber.
I'm going to take care of it.
No, you're not. You
She
have
says, I'm going to take care of it. I said, I'm going to get you Uber. She said, I'm going to take care of it, okay?
to go to the hotel. You need the reservation.
I'll figure it out.
No, we have to do it together. All right, baby. Let's go.
So now we're in the lobby. Watch what happens. Listen,
I'll figure it out. Leave me alone. I'll figure it out.
You need the hotel.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I have texted her the confirmation for the hotel. She has the PIN number. I sent it to her. But she's saying, no, I'm going to figure it out. But she already has the information.
All right, then. I'll send you the details.
My phone doesn't work, so whatever happens to me, it's fine.
No, you chose this. No, you chose this. No, you chose this. It's not my phone doesn't work. Whatever happened to me, fine. I got you a room. I got you a Uber. Now you're on some, I'll take care of it. My phone doesn't work. Whatever happens to me, fine. My girl.
Listen again.
I'll send you the details.
My phone doesn't work, so whatever happens to me, it's fine.
So you know I didn't make up the subtitles. This goofy-ass broad runs outside in the middle of winter with apparently no cell service and does a damsel in distress act, which she always does. Every time I break up with her, she's always putting herself in danger. Don't believe me? It gets worse. So remember, I forced her out. I left her outside in Montreal weather. She was freezing to death. I did nothing. I was going to get her the Uber to the hotel, which was under her name. She didn't want it. She ran outside. I'm like, come back. She didn't want to.
I'll make sure you get there. Best Western. Whatever. She won't be stupid then. I'll be fucking retarded.
Because I just saw her run outside. I'm like, you want to be a retard, then go ahead. Watch what happens after this, okay? This next part's funny because then I start reaching out to her to make sure she got the information, okay?
I have never tried to commit suicide because he broke up with me.
So these are the text messages what's scribbled over here. Okay? This is the booking confirmation that I sent her. Okay? Here is her texting me after running outside like a goofball, and she goes, my phone is going to die. I don't have service. Then I'm like, come back to the building. I'll get you an Uber. I'm in the lobby. I'm still trying to help this goofy-ass person.
Well, you're two goofies, technically.
Fair. I'll own that. I'm being goofy.
You're two
okay?
goofies.
But one thing I did not do is verbally and emotionally abuse. Okay? I'll own I made plenty of mistakes. I'll own this was a toxic relationship. Was it crazy? It wasn't that crazy. She was definitely. But I played into it and I entertained it for too long. But there was none of that. Everything she claimed never happened. And I'm still trying to help her. Watch how crazy this is. And I want you to see how she weaponizes. I'm still texting her, come back to the building, come back to the building. I'm even literally putting it in an image and I drew it so she could see to come back so I could get her to safety, okay? Because even though I know she's being manipulative, I'm still trying to make sure she's safe.
Peep game. I just said that it was two goofies, right? But actually, I really believe that the fact that you were goofy in that situation actually is the thing that saved you. Because you're doing the good thing and you're showing faith. For example, let's say you would have to present this to someone, I don't know, legal forces or whatever, whatnot. It shows that you it doesn't show that you're being violent. It shows that you try to help her every freaking step of the way. So yes, I did say
Okay.
two goofies, but it's the thing that helped you.
No,
the problem is you stretch it a little.
No, I'm gonna say something.
Go ahead.
When someone is pregnant with your child, there's a mindset that changes, okay? Yes, this person was taking me through a roller coaster, but I was really in the mindset that the kid's in danger too.
Sure.
Okay.
100%.
So in my head, I told myself, I could assume and be bravado and be like, yeah, you just playing me, bitch. Fuck you. But y'all think if that's actually someone you think is your child, you're not going to take a chance. And that's how I was approaching it. So you can make fun of it or whatever. I can live with myself if I do too much and she played me. I can't live with myself if I didn't do enough and she did actually end her life and I could have done something to help.
100%.
So is it goofy? You can say that.
You can say that.
You can say that. But at this point, I'd rather take that chance and look stupid than not do the right thing and then look actually reprehensible. So she was manipulating me. She was never in danger. You know what I know? Because every time I sent a text, it would say delivered, but she would pretend like she couldn't see it. Okay? What do you think? She's going, are you getting this? I can't call or text. I'm lost. I don't have navigation. My phone is dying. You see this behavior that I'm talking about where everything is a dire situation the moment I want to end things. I'm still telling her to come back. She's getting these texts. She's replying with everything but where she is or whether or not she's coming back. Okay? Now she's saying she's lost. So I'm like, then tell me where you are. Mind you guys, keep in context. This is 7 p.m. downtown Montreal. There's stores everywhere.
Oh.
There's Tim Hortons. You can go into any place, get Wi-Fi. She a pretty girl. Somebody will give her a charger if they need it. Her phone's not dead anyways. This is an act.
It's just like New York, but, with nicer people. I'm just saying, I like my New York people, but if you go to Manhattan and try to get some help, it's not everybody that's going to help you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just that.
So here we go. The next one. They said you haven't. So I called the hotel because she hasn't responded for hours now. And I'm trying to figure out where she is. I called the hotel to find out. Still not there. I've called 20 times, looked everywhere. But you're refusing to let me help you. I hope you're safe. 2 hours later, she gets back to me. I'm not sure you will get this, but you just got my phone to turn on and this place is closing and someone here lent me their charger for a few minutes. I still have no battery, no service. You know I'm not dressed to walk around here and I've been out so now it's my fault. I've been out for a few hours. I can't even call an Uber. I've got no idea where I am because my navigation will not even load.
But she said she
and
would
where
take care.
are you? This whole time I've been asking for her location. She will blame me. She'll write these long messages about her distress state. It's never a location. Why? Because this lady's manipulative. Okay? That's all that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm still asking for an address. I'm saying over here. Let me see here.
But she also.
I'm saying over here, give me an address, ask them what location. Just text me the name. Nigga, I am trying. Okay? Earnestly trying.
And she also said that she would take care of it. And now she's putting on you.
So now I get frustrated because now I'm like, no, this is purposeful. It's been 5 hours. You've texted me you're lost 6 times, but haven't sent me an address or the name of your store you're at. And what does she text back? You knew this was going to happen. And I'm like, oh, so you want to argue not actually lost or in danger. That's my status. I'm not safe.
No.
Think about this. Manipulation. Manipulation.
So I didn't want to put this stuff out there. I know she's a goofy ass person. I know she is the worst party of us two. I don't care. If you want to say I'm the worst party, I am. I'm a piece of garbage. I did whatever. But all these lies she's doing. You saw how she told the story. I kicked her outside. I left her to die in the cold weather. I was yelling. None of it's real. The way a lot of this other stuff is real, but a lot of it's he said, she said. And because she's a pretty girl who talks calm and she recorded me at my lowest, she can make whatever narrative. You notice a lot of these red pill weirdos, all the ones who say, don't believe women without the facts, how many of them jumped on it? And I know it's despite me. I ain't even mad at it. Get your money. But what happened to scrutinizing things? Y'all got played too. Because she sat in front of you guys and sold you a story. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I bet Abba did do that. Why? Because at the end of the day, they don't actually care about men's issues. They don't care about none of this shit. They'll jump on it if it matters. And that's okay. I'm just saying that's their movement, not mine.
It's all these people that I was talking about, but don't believe all women. And then they believe the one that they shouldn't have.
What is this? And where's the abuse? My nigga, I'm being abused. Do you guys know how crazy this story is? This woman has been fucking with me and blackmailing me. Yeah. And I got people actually hitting me up as if I'm the person who was the wrong one. Imagine co-parenting with someone this insane. She never wanted a kid, I know that, because she killed it. Her performance was fantastic. I should make that.
Yeah.
I just hope you guys understand. I can tolerate a lot. Her harassing me, I don't care. It's the fact that she's contacting the people around me. That's what's difficult. It's the fact that she's forcing this into the public eye and then revealing details about my personal life that I only share with her intimately, things that are not necessary. What hobbies does Abbott like? What does he like sexually? Like, why are you on podcasts discussing what I like sexually? What's that about? And that's like the weird vindictive nature. Like, I've never had an ex who I've gone after. I've never had an ex who we had large issues, like nothing. Almost all my exes, I'm on amicable. I could text them today and be like, you good? I'm good. I hope you're wishing you well. I don't, but I could because we straight. Only this person, who I wouldn't even consider a relationship, it was a joke. But now it's for the internet to go look at and examine every text message and every fight. It's like, I wanted to leave this in the past, and she wouldn't let it go. And she's so crazy that even though she's the wrong party in a lot of these scenarios, and she's lying flat out, it doesn't matter. You know why I'm a bit salty too? It's like I'm rereading this. I'm like, nigga, I was really trying.
What do you mean you bit salty?
When I heard that recording, do you know how vindicating it was to listen to her version? I'm like, that didn't happen that way. But then he said, and then I listened to the recording. I was like, nigga, I'm so glad I fucking recorded. Do you understand how weird it is to record somebody? But I just felt something was off in my spirit at that point. This is like towards the end of the relationship anyways. It's like 4 or 5 days before. I'm just so glad because we don't got to guess. You don't have to believe me. You heard your own ears. And here she is still arguing. So I resent her this stuff in case she didn't get it. I said the pic has the address. I made sure there's no way this girl cannot get there if she wants to. If she can text me, she can get there. She don't want to get there. I even gave her flight information for tomorrow. The reason why she got to fly back tomorrow is because she got work. Let's listen. I never got to the airport. I missed the flight. Yesterday was the worst day ever, so now she's back to being my problem. Thankfully, we ended it not long afterwards. But I hope you guys now understand just a small glimpse of how she'll represent a story between the two of us. How it has nothing to do with reality. And I don't care. She can tell whatever. But when I tell my side, I'm the abuser. Even though this is the person that was manipulating me the whole time. And I don't have hatred for her. We went through something difficult. I want her to fucking move on with her life. Because holding on to hatred means I still hold on to some strong emotion. I don't want nothing. I want you to move on. We're in our 30s. This is juvenile. Truly. I hope she finds somebody and she falls in love and they fall in love and she manipulates the shit out of them. Go ahead. But this is stupid. And now you're over here talking about my personal, does Abba like getting pegged? Actually, no, he never did that. Like, why are you talking about my sex life? You want to talk about it? We can talk about it. This girl's confused. She's got a Christian complex, and it turns out in bed, she's a giant hedonist and a freak weirdo, okay? Now me, my partner likes weird shit, I don't mind. Why? Because as long as it's within the boundaries of what's okay to me, I'll do that for her. I'm a pretty vanilla guy on the day when it's the people around me you go after. And I won't do that to you. I won't post your family out here. I won't post your sister's business everywhere. I won't post your family's business everywhere. I don't do that. I don't know. Even now, like, it's not like I have some big satisfaction. I want you to fucking move on. We are in our 30s. This is stupid. What happened?
I just got an epiphany.
Tell me.
Because I didn't understand why she's doing that. Why she's doing all the exposing. She knows she's lying. She knows she's going to get cut out. She knows who she's dealing with. Abba, the receipt king. Maybe she likes the humiliation that's coming after. Maybe that's what it is.
That's funny to think about. But I still think it's my first theory, which is she's a bit of a narcissist and she really thinks she's right.
A bit? A bit.
All right. I didn't have to soften my language. So now, guys, remember the first thing she said here, right? Okay? We listen to this portion. I'm going to skip ahead.
I have never tried to commit suicide because he broke up with me.
Okay, so that's a lie. All right? We all saw her in the snow. This girl would always like threaten self-harm and then make it my fault. Okay? And people were like, but with this, I'll be honest, I've never dealt with this. This is the first for me. I've had very healthy, sane relationships up until now. So this whole dynamic is foreign to me, of like someone threatening self-harm every other day. I've had it in a small, short dating situation, but I wasn't in deep enough to care, so that's it. When it's someone I'm deep and there's a child involved, I've never dealt with this. And this girl abused the fuck out of her ultimate. I mean, it had a 0-second cooldown. Look at this message. She's like, I'm shaking, I'm whatever, I'm gonna quit my job. It's like everything was a crisis with this person. She was never put together. I'm in the hospital having panic attacks, I'm shaking, It's always like this. And think about having to manage this person and the fact that she got a kid inside her. I took my sleeping pills and I'm sleeping in my truck. I just want to get through the day. This is where she's saying she's going to kill herself, okay? You're going to see in the next message. Thank you, I'm going to harm myself now. There's more. I understand I'm going to go kill myself. Like, how often? Look at this one.
I have to say this before you believe it.
I had a choice to take benzodiazepines this morning or sleeping pills. I decided taking the sleeping pills. And you really want me to die? Okay, I have the benzos right here. I want to die too. Like, and you know what's crazy? I heard her in one of the lives say that she never took the pills. She was just fronting with me.
Doesn't matter.
But the threat is all that matters.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
It's even worse because if you never had the intention of taking the pills, then I know that you're just saying that. You're just saying that to say that.
Manipulation.
You're not. If you actually were taking the pills, I can understand that it's not you. It's your condition. Now you never had you never wanted to take the pills.
Yep.
You just admitted that you manipulate people.
That's it. And someone said, oh, so she quit her job over a breakup? No, she didn't. She never quit it. She's just lying.
That's like
she just lies. She didn't delete her Instagram. She didn't quit her job. She just says shit because she want to get me riled up. That's it.
Abba, if I ever text you, I got the benzo, you know I got a brand new car.
All right. So this is from Femis and Thought. All right. I actually like this guy's stuff. He doesn't always agree with us. Actually, rarely agrees with us. But I think he does good breakdowns, and I always like to hear people who disagree with me. So she jumped on because she's clout chasing, and actually jumps on this guy's pod. He questions her about the blackmail. Now we're going to get to the blackmail portion because I called her my blackmailer, right? Where's that coming from?
It was like, it was just to like, it was finally me like, hey, dude, like you got to stop acting like this. And it was just to get.
So Femis had just asked her, what is this like blackmail business that you're talking about? And this is her explanation. It involves a lot of likes. Let's see here.
Like, No. It was, yeah, it was like, it was just to like, it was finally me like, hey, dude, like you got to stop acting like this. And it was just to get his attention because, like I said, I'm agreeable and I didn't realize how much I was agreeable and I would just be okay with him acting like this. And so when he finally does this blocking thing, I'm like, okay, it was emotional. It was me fighting back and it was just like, hey, I'm going to pretend to do this, and people are just saying like it's still blackmail, but I'm telling you from my perspective, it was to get his attention and just to say like, hey, I'm kind of playing your game now.
Hey, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm just pretending to blackmail you. Okay, now, if you don't know what she's talking about, she had recorded conversations that I wasn't aware of and threatened to release it to people if I didn't do what she said. That's blackmail. Definitionally, go look up the legal definition of blackmail. It doesn't have to do anything with money necessarily. It's to get someone to do something through the threat of like harming their reputation, exposing a secret, whatever it is. She blackmailed me. It's illegal. I am going through the police process right now over there in Orange County, so she's going to have to deal with law enforcement, both for the recording and for the fact that she blackmailed me, both which are illegal, and I looked up the statutes and I'm talking to lawyers down there. But moving past that, her defense for blackmail is I was never going to do it, which is stupid. If you run up on someone with a gun and you point at them and you say, give me your money, they're still going to get you.
But I was never going to shoot.
They're going to get you for that, okay? And this guy explains it to her.
Not like that, but like, I need to get your attention because we have to talk about this. But again, I was never planning on doing it. It was to get his attention.
All right. So I think this might actually be one of the biggest point of disagreement between you and him. And this is where you are actually incorrect in definitionally. And so he did the thing to prevent you from doing the thing that you threatened, even if you weren't actually going to do it. From his perspective, you were going to do it, right?
It doesn't matter.
Shout out to Dennis, okay? And that's just what it is. Definitionally, what she did was blackmail. Definitionally, she's been blackmailing me this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, did I give in to those threats? Yeah, I did. Mostly because she went around to the people around me. That's why. But I was not going to let her force me to stay in a relationship with her or stay in this manipulative fucking jargon with her just because she had some blackmail. I need to be free and be happy too. I'm not going to set myself be tethered to this woman who's going to control me for the rest of my life. I don't care what you guys call me. Oh, Abba, you're Debbie. Okay, then you guys go get involved with somebody like this and let them control you for the next 18 to 20 years of your life. Are you crazy? This woman lives like 9 hours away. We would never have a chance to co-parent. 1, 2, she never wanted the kid because she was going to abort it anyways. It was all a control narrative. And because I broke free, I'm the issue. But y'all seen the behavior in full display.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, and yes, I can see that. And yeah, I can see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. What I feel like people are not really understanding from my point of view is that the behavior on the phone with Abba.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but from what it sounds to me is like you're in this, dire situation because you're pregnant. You're trying to make like a life-altering decision.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do what I do, and in my head at the time, I'm thinking like, I'm not really going to blackmail him, but it's just to get his attention. But there's a reason why I never left that out is because I felt like, to be honest, I didn't feel like it was that bad because I knew at the time I wasn't going to do it, and I never did.
She's doing it right now. She was already emailing YouTubers in January.
She emailed me in January.
That's it.
She messaged me in January.
That's it.
Yeah.
She was already on her campaign doing this shit the whole time. So even though she looked me in the eyes and said, I would never do it, I just wanted your attention.
You did.
She was already emailing folks. And also, it doesn't matter because I really believe she was going to do it.
Well, she said she would.
That's it.
So,
there's one of the few times where I'm like, believe all women. All right. So this next portion. Y'all want to know how evil this person is? So as she was going through this campaign and she's releasing these videos, she is making different accounts, reaching out to me. You guys saw that Instagram earlier where she's liking everything and she's trying to get a hold of me. And on the first night when all this thing's blowing up, she ends up very briefly on the phone with me. I get a FaceTime from somebody.
when was that?
This is Thursday.
This Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Just real fast. You'll see what I'm saying. Peep it. Okay.
I actually answered the phone, and he was recording the phone call. When I answered the phone, I just got nervous, and I smiled and I laughed.
Imagine the person who just released this tape, who's looking for justice, is harassing the shit out of me. She gets me on a call, and the first thing she's doing, she's laughing. She thinks this shit's fucking funny.
I got you back.
Do you understand how demonic this person is? She's trying to ruin my life, and this bitch is laughing.
Damn, you know what's gonna go up in the streets? Your
value.
And if you want to know how much a goofball Libby is, this is how she was spoken about right before she goes on the interview. Listen to this.
When was that?
You'll see.
So you see what she's doing here? Now this is sad. She's really trying to she's trying to become a YouTube star. So she's trying to build her career by destroying Abba's career. This is really sad, actually. That's really sad. We collected the data. We know what you are. You're not a good person. It's been triple, quadruple verified. She's a concubine.
A few moments later.
Hi there.
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
Like, imagine being this much of a loser where people talk about you like you're a dog and you're so desperate to get some clout that you're running to do these interviews. And this is what we're honestly dealing with. But I'm going to go to the next portion here because, like, all this is really fucking stupid to me. I go back to the same thing that we had a discussion about earlier, which is why is all this really happening? And it comes back to what I said.
That I did everything right. I did everything right, Abba, and you know it.
And you know what's been the most vindicating thing about this whole relationship for me too? I knew it was weird and fucked up, but I moved on. But it's been funny seeing random people who don't like me, examine her behavior. People who didn't watch my content, don't like me, or whatever it could be, and they see her behavior and they see her behavior for what it is.
Even
if you broke up with him, why are you calling him 3 hours later? Bueller, anybody can help me understand that, Bueller? So in other words, you weren't really done. It's a manipulation. It is a game. You broke up with him and it's like, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done with you. 3 hours later, hey, let's talk. What is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? 3 hours later, it is a game.
You know what? In a few months, you're going to understand that I did everything right.
In a few months, you're going to understand that I did everything right. She is so perfect around here. She is so perfect around here. She does everything right. He needs to listen to her. I'm going to tell you, I just want to help me understand. He's so mean. How could he say these things to me? Girl, another one. It don't matter. Tether or American, it don't daggone matter. She, with her calmness, I guess that's supposed to make it better because she's so even keeled, calm in the way that she's speaking to him. But y'all, I feel like that's even more manipulation if you ask me.
And keep in mind, this call is right after she ended things and she told me she was keeping the baby. The one where she's super wrong, she admits herself. The one where she just fucked me up and betrayed me in a big way. And within a short time span, she's on the phone and she wants to like talk calm after everything. Okay? And that's why she recorded the call. I never knew she was recording this.
What she needs is full compliance and agreeance on perspective. Until you fully agree with what happened and the facts and the details the way she sees it, she will not move on.
And that was my entire experience with this woman. And that's why she's online right now doing all this goofy ass shit. It's because she needs the whole internet to agree with her. She will not stop. She will keep going. So, what do I think about this whole situation? All in all, I just want everybody to move on. I don't want to talk about my personal business. I don't want to put her shit on Front Street. I don't want to talk about the other suicide attempts. I don't want to talk about the kid, nothing. I've always believed that this woman was manipulating and using the child as a way to control me. And you guys saw the many ways in which she did so throughout the relationship. But also, if she wanted the kid so bad, how come when I was out of the picture, she killed it? She never wanted that child. Once she realized she couldn't use it to control me, that's what happened. And then what'd she do after that? Even though I'm so verbally abusive and I was the reason everything ended, she tried to get back with me. She tried to move to Montreal to live with me. Do you understand how fucking crazy this is? Go ahead.
And I know on the other live that we did, you didn't want to mention that. You didn't want to mention that. You're like, I know, I just know. But we don't. And I know a lot of us are still asking ourselves, you know she lies so much and she lies to that extent. Like, you had to prove all that shit and you have to go through all that shit that you had to prove. Recording her when she was feeling unsafe and everything and stuff. Then I still question the pregnancy. I know you're not, and you're like, no, she was, whatever, and you got your reasons. I don't want you to put your shit out there. You're the one that is gonna be, but I can always be like, hey, if she lies that much with everything she's talking about to that extent, she wants to keep you out of the pregnancy. She wants to keep you out of the pregnancy. She wants to keep you out of the abortion. She wants to keep you out of all of that. But she wouldn't lie about that. There's still that to question. That. That's a weird one to me still to this day. I'm like, yo, I think she was lying about that too. I think she's a demon enough to do that. I've seen these demons.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, this is pretty much the end of it for me. You know, she can say I was cheating or whatever. None of these timelines make sense, or does she make sense?
Right.
At the end of the day, it's just time to move on. But I know she won't because, like I said, she's crazy. And that's fine. As for me, you guys heard me own up to a lot. But like I said, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not even here to be like, this person, I just want to move on.
Yeah.
I own my stuff. I got my faults. I didn't do great in a lot of parts of this relationship. Okay. But the things she's claiming, all the events she lied about, she'll never stop. So, you know, woof, woof. I hope you're happier now. Put your dog collar. I'll mail it to your family, whatever you need. But, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're too old for this, and this is stupid. All right? All these narratives, all these lies, I'm not going to address more of them because she's going to keep going forever. And so, hopefully, this cleared up most of this stuff for you guys, okay? You guys can say many things. You can say I made mistakes, whatever. Oh, Abba, how could you not get this right? Nigga, am I a dating coach? Do I have a course? Do I tell you I have the answers for exactly how you need to date?
Yeah. We don't.
What do we say all the time? How many times have I had to make videos? Oh, I was wrong about this. I was wrong about that. I was wrong. I make mistakes. Nigga, I sit in front of you guys. I'd be like, damn, that one person did a number on me or whatever. It's fine. Last life. Things are going to come at you unconventionally. You're going to react in ways that aren't always expected. It's okay. I'm not afraid to own the fact that I made many mistakes in this, and I'm going to own more mistakes in the future. Mm-hmm. But what you're not going to do is sit there and be like, yo, you act like you have all I don't have all the answers. Never did, never will. And yes, I can sometimes be mad, petty, and say the wrong things and do things the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Amen.
Amen.
Anything else you want to say?
So what was her pet name? No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just trying to make you laugh.
You get me. That was pretty good.
Trying to make you laugh,
you
bro.
Get me.
I'm just trying to, you know. I got no words. But I can't call her Woof Woof. You know, pets have names.
honestly, a lot of the people who are like, yo, Abba acts like he doesn't. You guys don't watch the content. I know you guys don't watch the content.
Yeah, you don't.
The amount of times that Priest points out my mistakes or I have to point out my own, like,
or you point out mine. That's like, it. I'm not better than you.
That's it.
I'm not better than you.
That's it.
I said most of the time I said, are you better than me?
In fact, how much have we changed in the last, like, 4 or 5 years, even making content online? Like, this idea that we're these immovable people who have this fucking philosophy for life. It's not true. I have a few concurrent things. That's it. Even people are like, oh, no man should abandon his child or whatever it is. I agree. But if the child is tethered to an insane person who's going to make your life miserable and make it super difficult for you to ever have access, I think there's room to explain that shit. If the person is someone who's probably not going to keep that kid alive, I think it's okay to say, I'm not going to let her control me. That's my stance. Oh, you're a hypocrite. I'm not. That's what I really believe. So you don't like it? I don't give a shit. Suck my nuts. Oh, Abba, you got I got your mama pregnant too, bitch. Anything else?
You got you what?
I got whoever's mama it is, I got him pregnant. If you ask Mad right now, and whatever it is, I got your mama pregnant. Anything else?
I need to tell our guy to add another sound bite to this.
Okay.
I want another sound bite. And the side bite is Libby, 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 Libby. I'm just trying to make you laugh. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. You know, I think it's a perfect time now.
Absolutely, actually.
Let's see if we can hear that.
Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because you couldn't get cell service? Oh, hell no.
I just want to say, that is one moment I am proud of.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
You got to go. And the fact that I recorded that, I know, but that's proof that this relationship was weird. Okay? Peace out. We'll be back probably Thursday at the latest.
My nigga.
That's it.
Why was it Jerome Ginla?
I don't know. I just got it off the internet, but that's the sentiment.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah. Peace in the Middle East.